afternoon, doctor.
Hi, good afternoon.
I have some interview questions to ask you.
Mhm.
So the first question, can you tell us about your background and what inspired you to become a researcher in this field?
Is for my background, right now I am a researcher, a practitioner, a lecturer. So basically, I did all this as an academic. But then again, when it comes to my research, the area of research that interests me and I focuses on is essentially health, safety, and environment in general.
What are some key challenges that you face during your research and how do you overcome them?
In terms of the key challenges, I would say as a researcher, of course, we would usually always try to sort of look for ways to fund our work, fund our project, and I would say, getting support, especially financially, is one of the challenges that I would say is then detrimental.
So how do you stay motivated, especially when your research doesn't go as planned?
I would say, I think being able to have a clear vision and motivation keeps me going.
Explanation to you. So what's one key finding from your research that you think you can make a significant impact on the world?
I would say we actually are trying to sort of provide issues of and challenges of specifically fire evacuation in the built environment and focus on look into establishing um, database movement data and pre-movement data. So essentially the idea of this is to understanding of how people react in the event of emergency, specifically fire incidents, and we try to hopefully quantify this and use this as a basis to improve safety design, specifically in this country and the region in general.
And what are the next steps for your research and what do you hope to achieve in the future?
Trying to sort of go on and look into types of buildings, such as, say, for example, right now, when it comes to our region, loves to build uh, super high-rise building. The of these types of buildings is rather very high in this region, the country and the region in general, and looking at these specific types of building topology, understanding the issues and challenges around this, specifically in regards to fire safety and evacuation, understanding the human behavioral side of things, psychology and clinical psychology in general, it would help us better understand the very ways in which where we react and decide in the event of fire emergency. So that would be direction that I hope we'll be able to continue to pursue in the future.
That's a great and promising future. And lastly, what do you think makes a great research and what advice would you like to give to aspiring researchers?
I would think, at least for me, if I were to go on and do research, I would say that I would be able to receive is the acknowledgement, if ever, that I could get from the policymakers, able to turn or being able to be a source of references for such policymakers and be able to have an impact of our research being translated into policy would be one recognition that I really value. Providing input, have a good, solid, and resilience building codes in the country is something in which that makers, those stakeholders would want to go on and refer to the research, and I hope they are being engaged a lot more actively by those that are in the business of improving our legal framework documents and policy of the country.
Advice, doctor.
Yeah.
So thank you for your time, doctor.